Let's start with a small prayer. But before that, gently close your eyes. Try to keep your head, neck, back erect. Close your eyes. Keep yourself steady. For first few seconds, focus on the center of your heart, the center of your chest. It's just mere a location. But if you could go beyond this body and observe the core of yourself, feel the core of yourself. Observe the state, the feeling of why I exist there. The existence itself. Revel with this state of your heart. And align yourself. It isn't dry anymore. It is not hard. It's filled with love and contentment. Take a long deep breath. Exhale and let go. Breathe in again. Breathe out and ward off all unnecessary thoughts, reflections. Breathe in again, breathe out and stay unshakable in the state of existence. Listen to the shloka, Dhyana shloka. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. Simple palming. As I was mentioning in the previous class, The following shlokas are going to be the most essential ones as according to Bhagawad Gita, because all the crux of Gita Jnana, of the Gita wisdom, is from 2.54 to 2.72, the end of the second chapter. Why so? Krishna wanted to deliver all the information, all the possible suggestions, all what is necessary to Arjuna in in just few moments in this second chapter. But Arjuna, because of his conflicts and confusions, the Gita's chapters took a turn, and Krishna slowly started to describe different ways and methodologies, because Arjuna couldn't understand exactly how to practicalize Jnana Yoga, how to practically incorporate the wisdom of the self in his life. And that would be evident in this particular shloka, Arjuna Uvacha, the words of Arjuna 2.54. He is asking about the characteristics of a realized soul, a realized jnani. Why is he wanting to know the characteristics or the qualities of a jnani? Why is he interested in that, in learning that? Because for him and for many many people like us, we have this popular thought, a confusing thought, that if a person is said to be realized or have attained this so-called enlightenment, he fails to be in the body. That's what we feel. That's a popular thought. Can a realized soul continue to be existing in the body, continue to live in this world? Can he do normal activities? Can he be in this competitive world, confronting all the miseries, taking up all the responsibilities of serving like a husband, taking the responsibility of daughter and son, you know, filling up the EMIs and the loans and the credits? Can this be done? You know, it's a big question. That is exactly what Arjuna is asking now. Towards the end of the chapter, you will get to realize that, yes, there would be a person who can do all these things, live normally, and also be set in the stable, unshakable state of wisdom. These are the most favorite ones of mine, and perhaps for many other who had delved deep in Gita. Hence, it's a very important thing that the following weeks that we are going to learn Sita Prajna Lakshanani, the qualities of Sita Prajna, the qualities of a Jnani, is going to be very, very important. I'll say why it is important. First, I will make myself, explain what it is exactly. 2.54. Arjuna Uvacha. Arjuna Uvacha. स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्तस्य केशव समाधिस्तस्य केशव स्थितधीः किं प्रभाषेत स्थितधीः किं प्रभाषेत Kimasita vrajeta kim. Kimasita vrajeta kim. So there are series of questions. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha. First he gives this jargon called sthita prajna. Is this term that he is using, and a well-defined term by Sri Krishna in the previous verses. Now he will elucidate on the term further. What does the word sthita prajna literally mean? The literal translation of sthita prajna is one whose awareness is set. Once whose awareness is set, is stable, unshakable. What is this kind of awareness that we are talking about? Then we have, it's just exoteric meaning. We'll move into the esoteric meaning of the term sthita prajna. Basically, what we call as viveka, vyavasayatmika buddhi in Bhagavad Gita, that discriminative power which senses this is permanent, this is impermanent, this is truth, that is false, or seems to be true. This is me, this is non-me. This is self, this is non-self. That discriminative power is here called as prajna, awareness. Now, why do we live miserable? Why do we live with all sorts of negative emotions? Because every time when the emotions, negative emotions appear, whether it is grief or guilt or dissatisfaction, whatever you can call, whenever this emotion appear, it is a clear signal of our losing this awareness. It is a clear signal of us losing the awareness. Awareness of what? Awareness of, again I repeat, what is permanent, what is impermanent, what is truth, and what is seemingly true, but really untrue. What is me and what is non-me. So, sthita prajna is a person whose intellect is fixed, stably established in this wisdom, in this so-called discriminative perceived awareness. How is this possible? I can be aware only when I listen to Bhagavad Gita. When I'm listening to Bhagavad Gita or any Shravana or Vedantic Shravana, or if my guide or guru is deliberating, I'm focusing upon the deliberation, and then my awareness is fixed. Suddenly something happens, some trouble comes up, I'm set on fire. I set myself in fire. All the awareness is lost. This is us. This is us. How can a person be always set in the truth? How can a person be always in the state of awareness? This happens when the knower innumerably in the former births had experienced inexplicable sufferings because of the association with the mind. Constant association with the mind, constant association with the mind, and then in turn suffering. Again, there is constant association of the mind. Again, there is some misery. Again, there is insult. Again, there is pain, ache, depression, sometimes ecstasy, excitement, again, depression. No? All sorts of experiences put together gives the soul a lesson. What lesson? Next time when I associate myself with the mind, I'll be in the danger space. I'll be unwell. I'll be psychotic. I'll be insane. I'll be in grief. I'll have diabetes. My daughters will trouble me. My sons will blemish me. My husband will give me, my boss will be giving me bad time. No, all such things. When the soul understands, when the knower understands this, slowly he moves towards the path of spiritualism, where he understands where is the danger space, where should I curtail. This comes with lessons learned. Now, why are you talking about this now, Lalita? If that is the case, then perhaps I'll not be able to do this in this life. Perhaps I'll take some many more lives, many more lives to obtain this wisdom. Why are we talking about this now? I'm still in phase 1. If that is your answer, beware. This human birth that we have got is the rarest opportunity. It's not told by me. It is an injunction in the Vedas, also being commonly taken by many acharyas. Sri Shankaracharya also talks about this. This human birth that we have got is the rarest gift that one can ever get. On the top of that, if that human gets to realize certain things with Satsanga, then that is the cherry on the cake. It's even more rare. And what is cream on the cherry? The cream on the cherry is, if that soul has, if that human birth has also got Satsanga and Mumukshutva, the urge to release oneself, the urge to become free from sufferings, that is the cream on the cherry. So here, now, what we are discussing, what we are learning, what we are listening, what we are speaking, elucidating, everything is very, very important. Sthita prajna, realized soul or a jnani whose awareness is unshakably established, stable. Now, Arjuna asked, Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha? How does he speak? Samadhistasya Keshava. O Keshava. Keshava is another name for Lord Krishna. O Keshava. How does he always remain in Samadhi? Sitadihi kim prabhasheta. How does he speak? Kimasita. How does he sit? Vrajeta kim. How does he walk? What stupid question it is. How does he sit? How does he walk? How does he speak? What is this? No? But again, we have to go into the not the word meanings of the shlokas, but exactly what is in his mind. Why is he talking like that? Now we all know that when there is some suffering or a futuristic, it is going to happen. No? It is not only ecstatic moments in life. Some or the other, mishap has to happen, no? Or some trouble, small or big, whatever it is. If that is going to happen, and we are ready, now we are ready, okay? We are ready. Oh no, this is not me. The mind which is realizing it to be the suffering is not me. The mind is not mine. The suffering is not mine. I am not suffering. I am the self. Oh, we are ready. We are ready. We are ready. And then suddenly there is an earthquake. There's a volcano. There is this problem coming up. What happens? All wisdom is shattered. We come down to dust. So Arjuna is also like this. Arjuna is supposed to be a person, according to Mahabharata, who is the most brave, very courageous, extremely skillful, wise at the same time, spiritually inclined, again, very stable kind of a guy among the five brothers. Among the five brothers. He is supposed to be the third one. Eventually the middle one, one who is centered. Such a person Such a person is asking Lord Krishna, how is it possible that my wisdom will always remain stable? It is quick and easy to bless Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Thakur Shri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa just blesses Swami Vivekananda on the head, and then Swamiji gets Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Samadhi is easy. Samadhi. Asmin samadhiyate iti samadhi, says Shankaracharya. There and then, when you realize your original nature, the core nature, that is samadhi. Now, this can happen even with a guided meditation. When you close your eyes, remove all the thoughts, you're there in that peaceful river, constantly flowing. It's easy. It's not easy, sorry. But gaining that samadhi once is easy. To make it standardized, or to make it constantly overflowing, constantly there, is the question. Hence, Arjuna is talking about how does a person carry that state all the time? How is it possible? Bhasha in Sanskrit means language. What is his language? How does he speak? Bhasha also in Sanskrit means the marks, the signals, the symbols. How can a person be characterized as a realized soul? What are all his characteristics? Why is he more conscious about, more, urged about knowing the characteristics? Because he is seeing Krishna. When you ask a person who is a realized soul, close your eyes, imagine a realized soul. You'll always imagine a person in rugs, in a cave, in Padmasana, in a lotus pose, meditating. Will you not? Everybody does that. Everybody does that. But Arjuna is wiser, no? Wiser than us. He sees Krishna. the greatest of the greatest householder, big family, large, voluminous, a king. He is ready to even be a charioteer, a duta, a messenger. He was taking care of goat, buffaloes, and cows once. No? He was a cow herd, a sheep herd. A goat herd. How is this possible with him? He can go to any amounts of stage of activities, but still remain in that constant perceived awareness. How is it possible for him? He is startled by looking at Krishna. Hence, he wants to know, how does he speak? By seeing Krishna, he's asking, how do you do that? How can you work upon a person who is, how can you be patient when you've been provoked? There's a Shishupala, he provokes Krishna. He used the words, unparliamentary words in the court, in the king's court. How is he able to be patient and at the same time punish him after the count of 100? How is this possible with you? How can you even do this? Samadhistasya kesho. How can you set to that point? Do you have a radio or something, or a microwave thing where you can tune that knob to 179 degree? Means 179 degree also is possible. 421 is also possible. No? How can you do that? You revel in the peaceful state, and then you can fight in a battle. How can you kill a person without being anxious? No? Samadhistasya kesho. How can you be in that state? I am recollecting Ramana Maharishi's devotee. When a person asked her, how did you spot your guru? How could you know that it is Ramana Bhagavan? And how did you know? And she said in her simple words, I'm translating Tamil here. It is not me. It is the abundance of completeness that was pervading, emanating from him, which made me know I am the knower. It is all his grace. That was her answer. It is all his grace. Abundance, I'll repeat. Abundance of completeness that emanated from him. What did he teach? Did he teach Upanishads? Did he sit and make his followers memorize Bhagawad Gita shloka? Repeat after me. I'll explain to you. No, nothing. He just sat there, bringing up himself as the live example of how a realized jnani would be, how one has to revel in that state. Not even state. I can't call this as a state. This is not state. This is your real nature. How can the real nature be a state? You move to the state of anger. You move to the state of compassion. That state is that which comes and goes. State is that which comes and goes. How can the real form come and go? It's always there, unconditionally, permanent. That is your truth. That is the truth. Sthita dhihi. Dhihi means intellect. It is this intellect that we praise in the Gayatri mantra. Dhiyo yonaf prachodayat. Intellect. Oh, I know. I went to school. My intelligence was very, very small. Teachers made me learn the lessons. I learned this, I learned that. I procured many academic achievements. Now I am intelligent. It is this intellect? No. No. Vidwan or Vidushi cannot be Jnani. You cannot call the window processor that is running in your laptop right now, is in your smartphone right now, to be a realized soul. We're all that. We have been doing that in a school. Did school teach you how to face misery? Did everyone teach you? Did anyone teach you? Or just that? Okay, I can just react. I know how it is. This is me. This is how I do it. You've been doing this. So intellect in reality is that which we started with. Viveka. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. I'll repeat again. That discriminative power which says this is truth, this is seemingly true. This is permanent, this is impermanent. This is self, this is non-self. Lalita, you keep on saying this is truth, that is not truth. What is true, what is not true? What is self, what is non-self? Nonsense. Everything except one in this universe is changing and changeable. Now, in this formula, I want you to substitute all by yourself anything. You think about anything, any object, substitute that in this formula. You can substitute, okay? Now, what is changing? Okay. Now, first you should understand what do you mean by change also for that. Perhaps we think change is that which changes in a second or two, that is what we think. Change is that which also grows. When something grows, it is a change. When something is transforming from one mode to another, that is also change. When something is degrading, which is dissectable, which can destroy, which can, what is opposite of grow? Degrade. That's what we have to say. What is the opposite of grow? That which degrades itself. from its form is also change. That which is destroyable, in some time in future, this ceases to exist. That kind of condition happens. That is also a change. Destruction, non-existence. That is also change. Now, you think for you, your own self, what in this universe does not apply all these conditions? Oh, my God. Starting from the most loyal of the loyal, our parents, the care and love that they shower, the purest of the purest form, to death itself, everything is changing. Everything has the risk of all these underlying conditions. Nothing in this universe is permanent. Okay. One more. Soft, mild heart attack. What you see as yourself, what you think and judge as yourself. Okay. Now apply this to the formula. What you see, think, and perceive as yourself. Please apply to the formula once again. Do you grow? Do you degrade? Sometimes, yes. When I don't get things of my desire, I tend to become a disaster. Yes. Do you transform? Yes. My hair was black once. My skin was resplendent once. What we think and perceive or see as ourselves is also that which is impermanent, also underlying, also undergo all these changes. Now, if that is the case, who is the culprit? Why am I thinking me as the body? Who is the culprit? It can't be me. That's the eternal thing, no? I am the most innocent. Anybody can cheat me. So there should be some culprit, no? The culprit is the facet of mind called ego. What do you mean by ego? We have this wrong perception. Ego is that which will make us feel proud, jealous, and stuff like that. No, no, no. Ego is a frail entity which will constantly remind you that I am the body. I am the mind. All these things that I have are mine. In a nutshell, I call this as I-ness and mineness. Ahamkara, mamakara. Fortunately, in Hindi, we have this ahamkar, but we think that ahankar means rude, being jealous, being angry all the time, being harsh. But no, I amness and mindness. I-ness, that it denotes that this is I. It'll constantly keep you in that misapprehension that this is I. Okay. So if I am not the body, I am not the mind, my God, what a terrible news. I don't even exist. We don't even exist. Because all 24 hours, 365 days around the year, we are in this field. I am the body. I am the holder of the name and form. I am from that such and such ethnic group. I am from this category, from that category. I hold these characteristics. These are my qualities. I am the mind. The mind is always like this. I am a talkative person. I'm short tempered. We always associate ourselves with the mind. And then cry, crib, and I have all these problems. You talk to me. Okay. If I make you believe that you are a cat, will you believe? No. But we are believing ourselves as the cat. And scared of the dogs on the street. This is us. We have made ourselves totally, completely befooled ourselves. We have fooled ourselves, believing for the fact that this is. If that is the case, the ego, the frail entity, is no more a frail entity. I'll tell you. We have fed that very, very strong, made that more powerful, like an instinct, strong. And never in our life we can even touch that Nirvikalpa Samadhi. We can even get that small little glimpse of peace. Because mind will be chaotic. It will run. From pillar to post, it will run. You can't stop it. Okay. So Guru Shankaracharya says, desires are unstoppable. You can't stop the desires. Okay. Can I approve them? You can't, he says. Desires can never be uprooted, nor can be stopped. My God. What are these desires? These desires are nothing but our thoughts. No, no, no. I am a desireless person. I have very few amenities in my life. I don't believe in, like, forget anything, all justification. Forget all the justification that you give. Any reflection of the mind is a desire. Any process of the thought is a desire. Buddha says desire is the root cause. Dukkhameva sarvam vivekinaha, says Patanjali. What to do now? You can't escape this. Now I've given you too much of information to digest. But one simple message. One very simple message. When you associate yourself with the mind, there is havoc. It's a hoarder's nest. Yeah? When you dissociate yourself and stay in the center, you're away from all the problems. Forget problems. You're always happy, contented. You're not rude, you're not harsh, you're not dry, you're not meaningless. Your life is not meaningless or senseless, or you're not just a beggar lying down on the roads. No, no. You can still do your activities like Krishna. Celebration of life happens, my dear. Krishna, the word Krishna itself means an attractive person. Why does he attract? Not because he's so handsome or something. He's the darkest guy you will ever meet. Krishna also means the dark one. He has this dark complexion, darker than anyone you can imagine. But still he is attractive because of the beautiful spiritual charm that he possesses. With all that peace in his heart, he reveling in that space, he can emanate actions. Hence that spiritual charm, hence that spiritual attraction. Akarshayati iti Krishna. Akarshana, the attraction. Karshayati means to attract. So Arjuna is asking Krishna, tell me, what is the secret? You please let me know. How do you do this? How can you be honestly so strong from within, detached, yet do all those actions? How can you dissociate yourself from the mind? Revel always in the self, in the purest, permanent, unchangeable entity. Now, Krishna will not give the methodology. How does he do it? Because there's no methodology. The problem is what we think as qualities of a jnani, it's a natural thing for them. It's very natural. It comes up natural for them. But for us, it is a sadhana. It is an effort. Oh, hence, I remember Luchi is not here. Luchi wanted some methods. Aurelia kept on saying that, no, it has to be natural. It has to come up natural. You don't have to get there. What is someone's natural ability? It would be another's effort. For someone, it is effort to achieve. For the perfected ones, it is a natural being. Sadhana for an aspirant is swabhava for a siddha. I'd like to close here. We'll open this platform for a discussion.